Yes, guys, welcome back to One Pop Podcast, episode 26. Yo, we're getting there. Boy, CN.
Yo, this is Donville. I'm back.
Full effect.
Trev, I'm important. Trev.
Okay, Trev.
Trevor, do it there. Yo, guys, I can say this week was a wonderful week. You know, the mindset pretty good. Focus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have things in perspective, looking at the light. Mm-hmm. And I want to use the word looking at the light distinctively in the sense that whenever there's a dark tunnel and you go through anything, you just look for the silver lining, you know? And I'm not going to tell you, not going to be the person to say that it's going to come there right away, but it's there. But you got to go searching for it. You know, I want to give a couple shout outs this week. I want to start out with Shelly and Fraser Price. Shelly and Fraser Price, you guys know by now that I'm a big fan of hers.
Yeah,
I love
of course.
Love our track and field.
Yeah.
In Jamaica, they honored her and they honored her properly. They gave her statue. It's actually an image of her first Olympic victory when she won the 100 meter. You know, just the look of her crossing the line, being the first woman in Jamaican history to actually accomplish that gold medal in the Olympics was phenomenal. So, I mean, I want to give her a shout out for that. You know, for any young athletes out there who's striving to show that not because you may come from a small country or you may come from the inner city or the ghetto, that there's not a way for you to look for the light. But if you stay on task, you're going to get that. You know, but as I said, again, the week did nice. Yeah. So I want to keep the light.
And talking about, you talking about statues and memorials, man. I just came back from DC.
Yes.
And if y'all have not been, you have to go.
Yeah,
I'm talking about as far as being a wonder, it's just, I was overwhelmed by the beauty, the magnitude of these monuments, man. It was beautiful. And we only walked, because basically like in DC, the National Mall is like a main area. And then all your monuments are in that area. And then you have all the museums around it. Mm-hmm. And then the White House is like right there, right next to the National Mall. So we found a parking garage, like right basically in the middle, parked there. And then we just started walking around. And man, like kids got to see the White House.
Nice.
It's just beautiful. Like I have a newfound respect for that. Even though the people in our government might not have it all the way right, you get a newfound respect for the government in general, because that city is just laid out so beautifully. The monuments are so well done, man. It's just like,
it's history.
Yeah, it really is, man. Like that the main obelisk that sticks up, the Washington
Monument.
The Washington Monument, man. That thing's huge. This is beautiful. It's like it looks like it's all marble. I'm pretty sure it's not the material made, but it basically looks like all marble just standing up, man. It was just amazing. Like all that stuff's pretty much free.
Yes.
Like all the museums are free. And the thing is, like, people have so much respect for it too. Like, normally you see free things, you see public parks, it's gonna be look kind of janky because people don't respect it. But like everyone had respect for the grounds, the area. Everyone was quiet. Like even kids were just quiet, because when you see things like that, it forces you to just kind of let me humble myself.
Yeah, and
take this all in.
I'm happy you used the word. The key word right there is humble.
Yeah.
It's a humbling experience to see that, that whenever you fight for something, it's nice to see the victory.
Yeah.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say this, guys, and what Donville said was very important. I mean, whether you agree or disagree with the government, we can all agree on one thing, is that we all have something that we're here fighting for.
Yeah, we're all American, man.
We're all American. And for Donville to go there and look at those things, because those things came by, sweat, blood, and tears. Mm-hmm. It wasn't easy to get there. If you guys go back through to the forefathers of America and what it took to gain here for this opportunity from Europe, you feel what I'm saying? For them to come and have this here, which is good. Personally, I have not been able to go out there and look at it. Mm-hmm. my history does come from research and, I can say a lot from the internet, encyclopedias. So I've seen it not the way Donville has, which I'm not saying I'm envious, but I would love to have the opportunity.
You will.
You know what I mean?
You will, yeah.
To go up there and do that.
Especially have your kids seeing it, man. It'll transform them for real. Yeah. And it links back to what I was saying, what you were saying about Shelly Ann Fraser Price, man. It's that having those memorials, man. She's forever ingrained in Jamaican history now. Yes. And that is huge.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Beyond
20,
compare.
30, 100 years from now, people will see that statue and know that, hey, this Jamaican woman rose up out of gully, the shanty tone, all that.
Yeah, because
and rose up.
Because look, Shelly Ann came from Waterhouse, right?
Yeah.
And I know I've said it before, but if a lot of people don't understand what Waterhouse is in Jamaica, a lot of people know Jamaica, and the most notorious area in Jamaica is Tivoli Gardens.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep it real. Waterhouse Badman, for anybody who come from Jamaica or come from the Kingston area, no, Waterhouse Badman don't play. And to look, if you can do any geographical look on the lifestyle and what it takes for you to come out of that neighborhood, for one, Trev, that neighborhood doesn't really have football fields or track fields for kids to be running on. And I'm going to give a little small testament for Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Shelly Ann Fraser Price was never a top athlete. And when I say top athlete, Jamaica has boys and girls champs. She came second to last in her female champs, her final year in high school. So at that point in any track and field athlete's career, it's technically over.
Yeah.
You ain't rising from that.
Right.
You feel me? Now, all the top athletes that was in school with her, who was dominating, she ended up running against them later on in the future. We know some of their names. We know the Karen Stewarts, the Veronica Campbell. Some of those names are called. But in those times, she was considered a nobody for her people. And it was someone who saw her and believed in her. And I want to use the word believe very, very strongly because there's a lot of gems out here. And I'll use the word a lot of gems that's undiscovered. And sometimes it takes time. I had the opportunity to pay attention to LMA this week, and
her album.
Well, her album is fire.
Yeah, but wait, 1 second.
We're LMA fans.
Yeah. But before you start that, we got to give a shout out to the women's football team out of Jamaica.
Yes,
got qualified
for the World Cup.
What?
Yes,
yeah.
First time. Know about that.
All right. So Trevor hit that. I was gonna hit that, Trevor, going out.
Because I just thought about that. I was like, wait, they got qualified this week.
That reminds me, I got to check on my Haitian basketball.
No,
team,
Dennis, please do, because the Haitian basketball team is official. The reason why I want to take a pause for the Jamaican team because their first is phenomenal at this moment, and I use the word this moment because right now they are the first one out of the entire Caribbean. It's the first time a woman team from the Caribbean. So we can look around this table from different cultures and look at our friends that we know who has different cultures from the Caribbean. One pot.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That Jamaica is the first. You feel me? And them being the first is a continue to show that these small islands are breeding phenomenal talent. It's just an opportunity for that's being given, and I want to give.
And because they've done it, there will be more.
There will be more.
There'll be more out of those islands.
They're going to be inspiring the young ones. It's like, you know what? We could do it too.
Yeah, because look, guys. We're
Cool Runnings. Oh my god.
but Cool Runnings, no, Dennis is good.
Even white people know about Cool Runnings.
That's true. Everybody knows Cool
And they're
Runnings.
like, yo, that movie was so inspirational and stuff. Because we were talking about that this week. I don't know how it came up as a topic.
Yeah, I mean,
we ended up talking about Cool Runnings.
But it's a big thing.
Loved that movie. They're like, they weren't supposed to be able to do that, but they did.
They wasn't supposed to? Really?
I mean, no, Trev, Dennis has a point.
What snow you got in Jamaica, bro?
No, none.
That's exactly
true.
No.
Okay,
so
but
when they said
wordplay.
that, I understood, but they were coming
Certain
from.
wordplay, I didn't feel comfortable.
I know. Trevor is right.
In the middle of not having what you need to do it, you still did it. You feel me?
Yeah,
that's important.
No, and you see how we're talking about people not being able to do things. On the topic of track and field, and I'm going to go in world sports because a lot of these top athletes that you see in the world comes from different countries. Not because something looks like it can't conform to something doesn't mean it cannot do it.
Yeah.
Because we're going to look at Usain Bolt, and I'm just going to take Usain Bolt for one. No one thought Usain Bolt would have been able to break the world record the way he did, coming from a small island, because he doesn't have the infrastructure to do it, right?
Yeah.
No one thought, and I'm going to say Wade Van Dyke. I don't know if you guys know who that is. So look, Michael Johnson held the Olympic and world record for 400 meters for quite some time now, going on to nearly 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Then, and I'm gonna highlight Wade Van Dyke, even though he's not doing as amazing right now, but his story is still strong. His trainer is an elderly lady in her 80s. She only has one athlete she was training, that was him. Right? She put her heart, her sweat and focus into him. He's from South Africa. He's light skinned and South African, but still.
They still, yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, you're looking like an Indian South African term, but
you never know.
You never know. But I want you to understand now. He broke Michael Johnson's record running out of the hardest lane to run out of. So track and field has 8 lanes.
Yeah.
Now when you do a 400 meter, you go all the way around the track.
The hardest lane, the outside?
Yeah, the hardest lane is the outside. He broke the world record from the outside lane. Wow. So in the track and field world, for anybody who pays attention to track and field, that was unheard of. It was phenomenal. Like it was so big that Michael Johnson, the guy who had the record, had to come on TV and was like, "Yo, on the real, I never even seen it possible." Because when he broke the record, he was in the best lane to break a record from, which is the middle lane, which would have been lane 4. Lane 4 and 3 is the 2 good lanes, and he broke that record. But the reason why we're going down these records and going down these highlights is because I was liking LMA. We all are LMA fans.
Yeah.
I'm not as big into her history as probably some of you guys are, but I did a little bit of run listen to her, because I do know that DJ Mustard is the one that put her on, that broke her, and to listen to how he even found out about her, because she was talking about, hey, she was on Instagram just doing her thing. And, you know, she was like, yo, well, when he told the story to her, he kind of came across her through his girl, but he saw her before, but he was like, nah, I'm not an Instagram person trying to do covers. And she came across him again, and he was like, hold up, there's more people liking her. You feel what I'm saying? And then his girlfriend again, right, was like, yo, you're sleeping on this girl. Yo, she good. Yeah. So when he heard her, he was like, yo, bet. When she was in New York, because she's from London, she's from over there, but her mom was over here working. So when he found out that she was in London, he was in Philly, and he drove out and got her into the studios and recorded one track with her just to see how she would sound, how she would work in the studio, and then just kept on going with her ever since. But the reason why I want to talk about Ella Maisler's story, I want you to show you that is like, sometimes if you want stuff to done, you have to get up and do it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're in that dark cloud or that dark room, right, and you're just looking for the light to appear,
right,
it ain't never gonna show up. You feel what I'm saying? You may have to start getting 2 sticks together if you can find it in the dark and start rubbing. You feel what I'm saying? You may have to start crawling in another direction and hope that you can bump something that's gonna tell you that you're going the wrong way. But you have to go out there and do it. And watching Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Usain Bolt, Kieran and James, Wade Van Dyke, a lot of these people are coming from backgrounds and environment that you not even expected to even ever find the light in your whole existence, right? Shelly come from the ghetto, right?
Yeah.
Usain Bolt a countryman. I mean, if anybody know what that means, if you know what I'm saying,
simple life.
Yeah, simple life.
Yeah,
no
simple life.
No infrastructure for you to get inside. There ain't no gyms. There ain't no expensive coach. There ain't no facilities.
Yep.
Yo, it was just hard work. But I want to make sure I highlighted that, because even though Shelly was the one that was talked about, she's not the only one. I want to give you guys a small info. Buju's dropping the album as soon as he gets out of jail.
Yo!
Buju's coming out.
When is he getting out?
No, he's getting out this year. He could start writing. Yeah. But the more I talk to his source, and I'm gonna say, guys, I'm just gonna clear the air for the source. The source is a friend of mine. You know what I mean? I known Buju's daughter-in-law since I was in high school, so I have a pretty good source of that. You know, so you guys can follow the rabbit hole and follow which one of the daughter.
We're gonna talk.
Yeah, which one of the daughter-in-laws. Yeah. But I mean, she's like, seeing him, it's tough. knowing he's coming out is good. Knowing that his mind and headspace is better, and she's just happy in the whole that Jamaica understand that one of their greatest artists fall, and is as long as he's willing and able to do the right thing, is help put him back in the position he needs to be. So Buju have show schedule already. You know, I know about a couple events, but I'm gonna wait for them to announce their release date. So I'm not gonna call the events out. I know about 3 or 4.
It's a good thing that, I mean, before he's even getting out, there's already money that's gonna be going in.
There's already money.
Exactly.
Yo, I'm gonna give you something funny then. So you talk about that. He's not even coming out. You know, Vybz Kartel there at jail. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if you guys know. Vybz Kartel worked with a producer named Rushan.
Yeah.
Rushan. All right. So Rushan has been loyal to the Gaza community. So Rushan has not been making dancehall music. Rushan has been making reggaeton music.
Yeah, he's
Latino.
with Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, right?
Yeah,
so Rushan.
Wait, who's Bad Bunny?
I think that's
reggaeton guy.
The reggaeton guy. I think.
Oh yeah, Jordan was telling me about that.
Is it reggaeton though? Because
Yeah,
I heard
it's reggaeton.
it's a new genre.
I mean, it's genre being created, but that's the beginning of the lineage. But the reason why I'm bringing this part up,
reggaeton.
Yeah.
I don't know.
well, Rushan just went platinum,
Wow.
right?
Oh, yeah.
He just went platinum.
Yeah.
Now on his thing that he does, he uses Vybz Kartel voice.
Rushan. Yeah.
A Rushan.
Yeah.
Trevor, you see that?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because
Okay.
okay.
Hey, money.
So Trev, you know the logistics of this part.
Yeah.
So because he stayed true to the Gaza nation, right? And him keep using Vybz Kartel and that. Him going platinum, Kartel just went platinum while he's in jail. So just to show you that money.
I hope.
Well, I mean,
Because he's loyal, but we're talking paperwork now.
yeah.
Did he have copyrights of him saying that phrase?
Well, Trev, I don't know, but
Because
You gotta make sure
that copyright thing is what will catch you. You thinking, oh yeah, we're good, we're all good. Nah.
well, Trev, I'm gonna say that's why I'm happy you're around to literize me on these things. Because right now in Jamaica, because Russia went platinum, the Gaza community is.
I mean, yeah, you could be happy.
They go
and say,
crazy.
hey,
No, they go
your
crazy
name's
over
being
this down there.
heard. Yeah, you could be happy because your name's being heard. But you think you getting that money? Be careful.
Well, I mean, Trev, and I will hope. I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say know how Vybz Kartel was when it comes to the logistics side of him in music. Knowing him, he's probably gonna find some way to tie himself in, because that was one of the things that he was known for as an artist, is to push the documents. Like, always make sure that when it comes to his artists, everybody he's working in, that his money was good. And when he did stop recording with Not Nice, him and Rushan was kind of his main guy.
Okay.
And I mean, I gained that source from another big producer in Jamaica, but not calling no names. Who gave me that information. But it was nice to see that a lot of the people who are in some of these dark places being shined the light, because as I said, I'm kind of on the Shelly thing. Shelly been going through the feat of pregnancy. After pregnancy, she came back.
Okay, or Serena.
Hey.
Yeah.
And
Came
Trevor,
close to win another title.
another one right after it.
Oh, dog.
No, Serena is swole, boy. That's a whole other thing. But again, guys, I want to say that from me, it's been a very eventful week watching that light get shine.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I was meaning to tell y'all about this one story I heard earlier this week.
Yes.
I'm going to read the headline right quick.
Go on.
All right.
Texas mom chases son, beats him with a belt after he takes family BMW and goes on a joyride.
She Jamaican?
Good.
Nah, white.
Oh, she learning, dog.
Oh, yeah.
She be knowing some lets.
The kid's 14 years
Wait
old.
up. Did she go to jail though?
No. Oh, here we go. At least I don't know. It always says, well, the kid, his name is Aaron Martinez, had an idea to go meet up with his little girlfriend. So his
BMW.
idea
In the family car, huh?
Hey,
Yeah.
You know what that BMW
Listen,
look like? You picking up in the
it's a nice
BMW?
one.
Dang.
So he went to go meet up with the girl. So at first he turned off the Wi-Fi in the house where the alarm system was hooked to.
Smart.
How old is this kid again?
14.
Oh, he know what's good. He know what's good.
He will set the Wi-Fi up.
7 right there, boy.
Yeah. So he
Yo.
left. He got in the car, dipped, and I guess the mom figured out that the car is missing.
Yeah.
So the mom and his older sister got in the car, and she recorded it.
Oh dang!
Like she has it recording, and you hear the mom screaming when she pulled up alongside onto him.
Wait, he was driving.
He was driving and sees him on the road. They just hopped into another car and chased him down, and she just screaming. Yeah,
he wasn't pulling over.
No, he eventually after. Listen, I don't want to play it on here because I don't know how loud it's going to be.
Yeah,
but the screech. I'm gonna try to.
The amount of fear that would have been in my eyes.
Yeah, when we hear our mothers yell, that screech,
life is over.
It's like you just all masculinity just fades. Mom called me. Oh God.
Oh man, was he with the girl though?
I don't think so. I think he was on the way to it.
Good.
He didn't even make it.
Yeah.
Dog, if you would at least make it to your destination, it was
homeboy barely got out the gated community. He's about to pull out. I was like, Mom, really? Dang.
And I kind of respect what the daughter was saying. The sister was saying was, listen, the boy, he's grew up different than me. Like he grew up with more freedom than what I did. So this is fun to actually get the chance to catch him on something.
True.
And the mom is going to give it to him. She handed him the belt and went to town. I handed the mom the belt.
Oh, it says they handed mom the belt.
She probably rolled up. It's like, oh, mom sitting there, sitting frantic. Mom, I got you.
Like, oh, here you go.
A nice, red wood polished case.
Oh my gosh.
Put the key in there. Flip the lashes. Open up the top. And you just see the lights
going down.
It's like, see, premium Russian / Alaskan leather. Pulls it out. There's no holes in it. This is not to be worn. Ever for this occasion.
Dang.
It's yours, Mom.
Yo, shoot.
So the only punishment, the punishment he got grounded till further notice, and the doors got taken off his hinges.
Dang, you know it's bad when you got no doors.
And he ain't got no electronics, so no more social media, no nothing.
See, if that would have happened out here, she would have been in a cuss.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Lord, a lot of play
Texas
that.
run stuff, how stuff is supposed to be run. Dog.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because I mean, you got situations. What is it over there? Somebody breaks into your house and you pull the trigger on them. You weren't supposed to be there. Over here, like if you pull the trigger on somebody that's in your house and it comes to find out that they're unarmed, you're catching charges.
Yeah, you might.
It's like if they're unarmed, if you shoot them in the back, if you do this, if you do that, it doesn't matter. You're gonna catch a charge.
I know.
To your car, you're gonna catch a charge. Yeah. Like.
So Dennis, I hear you talk about catching charge. I want to let's start with people who's catching charges in some different ways. Guys, Pusha T responded to the Drake interview. So guys,
I gotta tell me more about that.
So before I get into this, you know how there's diss tracks? I guess we got diss interviews now. Is this what's going on?
Would you take that as a diss interview? That was more like, hey, this is why I didn't respond.
No, well,
like a let me expose you.
Yeah. I mean, and to say this, Drake did try to let me expose it from his point of view, and I'm gonna say this, and we talked about it a little bit last week. I did like Drake interview, because I like the light being shed. That's why I started off with the light in dark places today. Right?
I never. It seems pretty dramatic. I never really watched it. I watched some clips.
Yeah.
So I can't really talk on it. But
it
seems a little over dramatic how Drake was talking about the whole wishing death upon 40.
Well, what are you saying? Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
Home by 666.
Like,
yeah. I would be like,
it was a play on the whole six God thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I would still be pissed.
Yeah.
And look,
wasn't listening.
I mean, that's you looking out for your dog, though.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with Drake with Drake's emotion towards it. You know, there's nothing wrong with him feeling the way. You hear something you don't like, you're gonna have some feeling.
React, yeah.
You're gonna react. So there's nothing wrong with his emotions. But I want you guys to get me clear. The guy, I listened to a couple things. So I did listen to the Drake. You know, we kind of talked a little bit about it last week.
Yeah.
This week I listened to two more interviews. So I had the opportunity to pay attention to the Pusha T interview where he did with Joe Buttons.
Yeah.
And I also got to listen to Styles P on Ebro. And a lot of things was brought into perspective. I mean, I think a lot of things that we did sort of clarify last week in feelings, but they had some good stuff to say about the way about what Drake is and how Drake is representing the culture. And I can say I agree with some sense of what they're talking about, because Drake was, I'm gonna say this, I'm a married man, so if you calling my girl or my wife out, that means you're kind of taking you're taking off the gloves.
Yeah.
Feel me? So if you take the gloves off and I take 2 gloves off and slap you, you slap me with one, I slap you with 2. You can't be accountable for how I respond because you did something. You're just gonna have to take what I'm giving you.
Yeah.
So he had to take what Pusha T gave. Granted, what Pusha T gave him, he didn't like. So I want to say, from my perspective, Drake took the L from that beef in the rap segment of it.
But I also
say the same thing.
I also think he even said it.
No. Well, because
he took the L.
No, he said he took the chink in the armor, and then he found ways to dance around it. Well,
yeah, because I mean, you ain't gonna say, "Oh, yep, I lost."
Yeah.
No, who's gonna ever say that?
Okay, well, the man kind of held him up, but he was like, he thought the song was trash, but the wordplay was good,
or the chess play.
The chess play was good, but in the end, he didn't respond, so he took the L. He did the interview. Now, in the interview, he speculated, and I'm not gonna say there's nothing wrong with speculation, especially when you don't know what things is from. Right? And that's why we all need clarification. Now, what I'm going to say is that I'm not sure how Drake and 40's relationship is at this moment, based on what was said. But in Pusha T,
what was said?
So, okay.
I think I'm the only one at the table that.
All right. So, what Pusha T basically said that he gained the info for the story of Adonis, right? Through 40's girl. Or
not his girl, but a girl he was sleeping with.
The girl he's smashing.
And he was giving us some information in the pillow talk.
It wasn't even his steak. It was his side salad.
Yep. Yeah, but I'm going to say this. Now,
let me jump in. So here's the thing that really, I say, gives more credit to Push, is the fact that he didn't just say, oh, well, 40's girl said things and we found out and we used that information. Pusha T started talking about more stuff as far as Drake flying everyone out to see the child with gifts. Like, he started putting some more information out that Kanye West wouldn't have known.
Yes.
So he was basically like validating, like, yo, it didn't come from Ye. It came from this source.
Yeah.
And I got more
from the source about what was happening. Because when he said, he talked about when they all flew out to go see the kid, because, you know what I mean? And that's, I'm not to take away from Drake, because for any man out there who's with somebody who has a baby and you want to have some clarification if that's your child, go get a paternity test. I am all about that. You know what I mean? And I'm not telling, and for a guy out there who can get with a woman who has a child and be willing to help take care of that child is a strong man.
Very strong.
And I want to give every guy in the world who's doing things like that credit. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand why Drake waited to make the announcement about the child. In a sense that, and I'm not going to say, because I did some research, guys. You know what I mean? For anybody who wants to know, I did go on Pornhub. And I did go ahead and look her up because I want to. How
was that considered research?
I don't know.
That's where she's at, dog. Yo, that's where she's at.
So,
oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, I want to make sure because I didn't want to label her as a porn star.
Got to do a credible.
You feel what I'm saying? I can label free promotion. I can say based on what I saw on video footages of her on Pornhub is that she is more of an exotic dancer than a porn star, because I didn't see her doing any intercourse. There's no. I personally didn't find no videos because I didn't think it was right for them to label her the way they label her based on what her preference is. But at the end of the day, she's still an exotic model. That would have been the grand banner that she falls under, which porn stars and strippers do fall under. So
do what you got.
Do what you got. You feel what I'm saying? But based on her career path, and that's what her career path is. So not say I'm calling her out by her name. She's an exotic model, right? She was not having sex with anybody, but based on that career path, the child could have come from somebody else, because in that field, and I'm not discrediting her as a person, you kind of tend to see, and I'm gonna say tendencies. We kind of tend to see girls in those things, be smashing a couple dudes.
Well, only thing I was play devil's advocate on with that is that might not be complete true, because that is an art form.
It is
that they're using that the same way as actors are playing a scene in it. It's just with sexual
intercourse,
right? So they can have full blown relationships outside of porn because porn is just film. Porn is fake.
Yeah.
It may look real, and stuff may happen, and they have it planned out certain ways, right? Yeah. But you gotta understand, if you ever watch a behind the scenes of a porn, it is quite interesting how we are all mind tricked.
Yeah.
Because all the stuff with like, you remember that old video, 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
Yeah. Oh,
you know that's fake, right?
Yes.
Even though it was fake? Yeah, it was completely disgusting. Yeah. But that was fake. Oh. They just inserted something up there.
Yeah, and put it out.
And they just muscle it out.
Muscle it out. It's like when you do as a colonic and they squirt water up inside whatever. And you got to let that drain out because that's what's help flushing out your intestine. Whatever it is.
Whatever disgusting stuff. But still, even though we're still disgusting.
It was like excuse the graphic content of this.
Yeah.
They pretty much just clean themselves out, hopefully, and then just shove something up there and then just spit it out into that.
Yes.
That's what
the first time I saw that video, dog, like, I was like...
well, I'm gonna say the imagery from where it came from was enough for me. I don't care what you guys put up there, but that was just too. That was enough.
The music made it worse, dog. It was that
everyone knew that beginning. It was that soft, Oh, it was like so when you hear the background, you said someone's watching the video.
All you have to do is see it once.
Yeah.
I promise you, when you hear it again,
you know.
Watching that,
you'll be looking at who's doing that.
Hey, but I'm saying like with pornos, they do takes.
Yes.
They don't just say, "Oh, all right, cut," and they have nothing but directors, film guys. Everyone, it's a regular scene. It's just there's intercourse.
There's stop pictures because she has to look a specific way. He got to look a specific way. She has to fake her facial expression while they take pictures and do recordings. So it's like, I'm gonna say this, guys. When we do our podcast, we have one straight recording. We don't. Everything we give you guys is unedited because we want to give you guys that raw. Uncut feel.
You mean to tell me that in the middle of porno, like the entire thing's fake? They're not even smashing.
No, they are smashing, Dennis.
But the sexual act is real.
It's real.
It's not real sex.
Yes.
Oh, everybody knows it's not real sex.
Does everyone know?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
It's insertion.
It is insertion.
As far as them, like the whole scene, you have to know the scene is fake.
Well, you're saying this at an almost 30-year-old person.
Yeah.
Remember when you was 15 and you first saw
that was real to you, dog.
It was like, what? This is.
Let me ask you, Dennis. Dennis, when did you find out wrestling was real?
When did I find out?
Was fake?
I was like,
I'm about to say, you trying to mind trick?
That's what I'm saying. Because Dennis, for me, I grew up.
I probably found out it was fake the second I hit like my middle school years.
If you in middle school, I was a grown man when I found out wrestling was fake.
I was in high school.
Like end of high school, I was like, okay,
because
your generation wrestling was a little more fake than ours.
Yeah.
Ours was like, yo,
for real.
They were kind of outrageous sometimes.
They went over the top.
Because like as a kid, you sit there and you start to pay attention to stuff.
Yeah,
like the whole scene where Stone Cold had came out of the truck, walked in and just beat up everybody.
Yeah, God, I love that.
I'm telling. I don't know why he. That was the attitude era.
It was amazing, but you mean to tell me the camera guy sits outside and just waits?
Yes.
Oh, somebody's pulling up.
Yes.
Oh, it's nobody.
Yo, Dennis.
Okay, Stone Cold. Oh, God. Oh,
Dennis, I want you to understand.
Way all the way to that
Dennis,
ring.
I want you to understand.
Everybody
Dennis,
that he caught waited in line for their turn,
and the ring was empty.
I want you to understand.
For Stone Cold to get there.
When I was in Jamaica and Stone Cold came out in those events, we ran to the kitchen. And grab 2 canned Pepsi. And we popped it, dog. And we were like flipping, like believe me,
your mom beat you for that.
I had no. I mean, we were screaming like we running outside like
everybody at this table did the double beer can.
Oh hell yeah!
Of course,
Yo, Dennis, you know how many Stone Cold Stunners I dropped?
Yeah.
Yo, that reminds me.
I used to do
when I
that
was
too.
in elementary school, dog.
I almost killed someone.
Don't get caught slipping, bro. Like wrestling moves was the thing.
Oh yeah.
You see some dude standing there talking to the shorty out of nowhere, just boom, rock bottom, dog. Next thing you know, the second he hits that grab, DDT. You gotta continue people's elbow. Yo,
there was a time in middle school where everyone was getting it.
Everybody
was getting it. I'm talking about like you have kids that would go to the infirmary just so they could get out of class early enough to catch you right when you walk out, dog.
Dennis, I got in trouble for telling the teacher to suck it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Spock,
suck it. DX. Cornette, what are you doing? Oh, he's doing the DX suck it. You're telling me to suck it? You're calling your mother, young man.
Yo, you're in trouble.
Listen, didn't somebody else get caught slipping?
Oh,
again?
I mean,
I powerbombed a little kid before you. Well, I don't know what you were about to.
Hold on, he'll get into it.
I'm like, who got caught slipping second? What?
I'm about to let that ride though, because that's more important than what I'm about to say.
Oh my god!
I powerbombed a little kid. All right, next topic. What?
Powerbombs. Finish the powerbomb.
Like one kid, we were doing the wrestling, and I did the Undertaker's powerbomb because you know it goes higher.
Slam,
and then slam down, and he didn't get up. Real quick.
Killed him, dog. Yeah.
He's a little redneck, so you know you good.
Yo, that's Trev. You'll realize how dangerous it is when you first catch somebody with that sweet chin music.
Dog. Yeah.
I still don't know how that's fake.
They're not even paying attention.
Yo, Trev, I don't know how it's fake either. Because when you get that foot to the face, dog, it ain't comforting.
And you hear that clap?
Yeah. When it hits the top teeth, it's like, oh dang.
Nah.
You okay? My cousin like that, dog. I caught my cousin like that. The second I found out he was stealing from me, dog, sweet chin music, bro.
Because we had the basement in Ohio, man. So we was going to the basement, it'd be a Royal Rumble, yo.
Shoot.
Royal Rumble. We had like the fake belt and everything, yo.
Yo, the fake belt, yo.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, I know you guys are talking about Call and Rumble. You know, I feel like we're having these Beckys and these instances extremely a lot nowadays.
Yeah, there's been a surge of Becky's this past week.
They've been surging. Now, I mean, so I'm gonna start with the one that I'm fully aware of.
The teacher one?
No, well,
run the teacher one first so they know what I'm talking.
See, I don't know about the teacher one. So tell me about the teacher one
first.
Well, I mean, guys. So basically, and that's a whole other conversation. You know how we've been having these teachers and students, right? It's just becoming outrageous. They just got another one. Mm-hmm. Basically, there was a pep rally, right?
I just pulled up the story.
Yeah, and basically, while the other kids were in the pep rally, another teacher and she grabbed another student and had him inside of her classroom, hooking him up. And when I use the word, I want to use the word hooking him up, fellatios and the whole nine. And actually, they went pretty far on and recorded it.
What?
So in her instances, when they caught her, she was more like, she wished she thought he was 18 years old.
Yeah.
Now,
really?
I'm not gonna say that we should.
What does that matter?
We should be abusing. No, Trevor, look, I want to say it like this. Let me try to help her out.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Let me try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try for any male student out there because I'm not promoting, but I'm gonna try in the sense
what
that
are these kids doing, dog?
I want to say it because look, if you're a teacher or a substitute teacher, you have access to a student's mini file. I'm not going to say his whole file, his mini file. Matter of fact, if you're a teacher nowadays and you'd have looked at me or another student and be like, yo, what's your birthday? I guarantee majority of us will jump up and when we were in school and say, oh, we were born this day and shout out the year. And that's just being stupid.
Yeah.
If you want to be technical and smart and you're that good teacher who still wants to sleep with a student,
come on, what are you talking about, Sian?
I'm just saying downhill.
That's not a good teacher, man. That's abuse, yo.
It is abuse.
You're in a position of power, and you're sleeping with a student. Like, regardless of what their age is, that's abuse.
Well, in the legal side of it, Donville, because everybody tries.
We don't speak legalese here, man. We
speak legally.
This ain't the Supreme Court.
We deal with the Supreme Court.
We talking real talk.
Yo, well, in the Supreme Court of these teachers, they need to be doing.
Sorry, Trevor got to run that after.
No, read that one. I can't.
Well, you see what I'm saying? Look, this. All right, then let's continue because I want you to see how much these things are being more common. And then I'll jump into the cornerstone.
Like, this is people that are just being blatantly reckless, dog.
Yes.
Google Street View leads to divorce after man spots wife cuddling with stranger. First of all, what are you doing on Google Street View?
What? You didn't see the Google van pass by?
Yo, for real, dog.
What?
Like, it says before you start searching your...
What was it, like outside of his house?
It's outside. Yeah.
What's that car doing there? Dang.
Let's see. Has claimed to visit during your relationship to catch him or her cheating. Please take note that many images captured on Google Street View are years old. Yeah, because they don't update it.
Yeah. I think we're still on, or not us, Hassan's house. There's still that same image of Aldrich, Hassan, Addison, all them right in front of the house.
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta find that. That'd be a dope picture. Let's see. In the case of this woman whose husband caught her cheating when she was captured on Google Street View, petting the hair of another man. The couple was married at the time.
Wait. He was petting another he?
No.
She was petting another guy's hair.
Could you imagine a more awkward situation? Poor guy's probably just looking for directions and then found out he lost his wife to another man. He'll never be able to search for directions again.
Dang.
Look at the detail on this picture, dog. When he zoomed in on a canoeing couple, he realized the clothes were the same as his wife's.
Dang.
According to some South American reports, after the man confirmed that the woman was with another man's head in her lap was his wife, he divorced her. I would have did the same thing. Like, yo, check this photo, dog. And the Google photos give clear, detailed, 3D, multi-directional.
Yeah, she going down.
Let me
So
see
if
it.
you don't think it's her from one angle,
just rotate the camera.
Oh, dang. Homeboy's chilling. Oh,
Just relax.
Yeah, but guys, I want you to see
that's cold.
Yeah, it's cool. But even with the teacher, in the teacher sense and people sense, I mean, guys, I'm gonna say this for anybody who in a relationship. If you feel like you wanna step out of your relationship and do your thing, just break it off with the person. It's easier.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You will have
exactly.
And I'm gonna say you will have less headache because
some people get a thrill out of doing that though.
I mean,
yeah,
the fact that they could get caught and they're not getting caught that lets them do it.
I ain't gonna lie,
which is wrong. It's very wrong.
Yeah,
but everybody has their own kicks. Like, you got some people that, let's say, they like pursuing, like for me, because I like pursuing females.
Mm-hmm.
But like 90% of the time, if I'm the one that's getting chased down, I won't want it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because
so you don't like the girl that like you.
Chase. No, it depends on how it is. But like if she's like coming at me like hard body, then it's kind of weird.
So you don't like aggressive woman then?
It's not aggressive.
That's aggressive, though.
Between aggressive,
I know what you want,
and somebody that's pursuing you. I prefer the thrill of the chase on my end.
So you like to hunt. You don't like to be hunted.
Pretty much.
I hear you.
I'm an endangered species.
You're an endangered species.
God, don't say the word.
Trying to go beast mode.
We knew it was coming.
No, it's just a preference in that aspect.
No, I mean,
that it's completely different from.
So I understand that it's because I'm tall. You know, I'm 6'3", so I've just never ever found myself with like a tall girl. You feel what I'm saying? Because for me, I'm this tall and she's taller than me. Like, that's kind of scary.
You have to look up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be taller woman laying down. That's all that matters.
Oh God.
I hear you, Dennis. But that's looking at one.
Yeah.
So look, Dennis, if that's
I'm a short guy, so tall women are
but Downville, I'm gonna say that.
It's easy to find.
I'm gonna say this. Not saying it's different for you. I would say this: the average height for a lady, and I'm gonna say the average height is 5'7".
5'7", 5'3".
No, it's lower than that.
It's lower than that.
Yeah, it's gotta be lower.
5'3" is the average height.
Well, I'm gonna see 5. You're right. About 5'6".
Let's Google it.
Well, my wife is 5'4", so when she has heels on, she's pretty tall. And she's still not tall enough for me with heels on, so which is a plus.
Yeah.
But while you guys looking at her, you feel me? But me being my height,
all right.
And
average height for a man is 5'9". 5'9.5", so I'm above average. That's what I'm talking about.
The half.
The half.
That was
stupid.
Average. Oh wow! See, you were close, dog. Average height for a woman is 5'6".
Yeah. No,
That's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys the reason why my number is a little bit close because I love modeling. So at one point I was very, very, very big into the modeling thing. Now I don't have the modeling body, so that's a whole other conversation. But I like models. But based on that, I did know that any girl that was considered under 5'5", 5'4", 5'5", they basically, if you put it on a modeling application as a female, you're automatically turned down. There's like a specific height that you're looking for, and they had that height, 5'7", listed as the average height that a woman should be.
I would think they would change that by now because they're being more open to different body sizes.
Well, in the sense of a plus size, in body mass of a plus size model, they understand, but they do feel that if you put clothing on a woman that's 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", those three heights, it actually reaches out to the average woman.
Okay.
So even if a lady is short, she can look at it and be like, oh, this would look good on me in my size. But if a lady is that height, she can basically look at it and be like, oh, this should fit me. I may have to come up, go down based on your body mass. But that's considered the average height.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's nice. But see, Downville, even you saying you're short. For your height, the average woman is perfect height for you.
Yeah, same height.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if the average height is 5'6", 5'7", right? And she's 6'2", 6'3", that's an on average lady. And I'm not taking that away from her. There are beautiful tall girls. It's
definitely.
It's just that in my perspective, if you're that height, that tall, that's a little bit too tall for me. Now, with me saying this, if a girl is like 5'9", 5'10", I wouldn't have an issue because at least I can see, probably because of my height, it's not that bad. But to be taller than me at 6'3", when I'm taller than the majority of the average people,
that's right.
It throws me off. But I don't want to give all the short guys out there, not just to you, Downville, for dating tall girls and sticking with it, because not all of us can make that happen.
Well, I'm married to a short girl, so
there you go.
You're done. He's done.
Yeah, you rossed up on the right where you Downville, to me. You basically looked at it and was like, I don't want a tall woman either, so I'm gonna get somebody my height.
I ain't got no problem with no Amazons, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No problem.
All right.
Really?
I'm kind of creep. Anyway, you ever seen those extremely tall guys with them extremely short girls?
Yes.
Weird.
It looked like a parent with a baby.
Yeah, and it freaks me out.
It does.
That's like, you abuser, you pedophile.
Well, I don't want to knock races, guys. All right, but I want to say this. I've met a lot of Filipinos ladies lately, and them things are tiny, bro.
Yeah, they
are. They're very, very, very tiny. I work with one, and another one work next to me. And when I look at their significant other, they're as tall as me, and this people is like 4'11", 5'1", and I'm like, yo, that's my 10-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like, how could you do this? It's like, don't you have a heart?
I can't look at the guy the same.
It is kind of it makes you look at it in a different light, but you kind of like wonder like what it would be like.
No, dog.
I ain't wondering that.
No.
That's a whole nother topic.
I started bucking when he said that.
That's a whole other conversation.
No, because I've had like people walk by me that were like 4'11" or something like that. Like completely walk by me, and I'm like, so this is what it feels like. And like you just see the top of their head, and they're just scooting by. You're like, dang,
it's
what
bad.
Mount Olympus feels like right here.
Yeah.
Like, shoot.
I'll be completely honest. I have not had those thoughts.
Yeah, Dennis. Trev, I motioned that one, sir. I motioned that one.
I third that motion.
Well, I mean, y'all are all like bound. So like,
I don't know what you're talking about, Dennis, but I see women every day, dog. So
I don't think those thoughts.
Yeah, especially when that's my boy Dennis. I can't wrong Dennis either, because in the sense, honest. No, but I mean, Dennis, in the sense, if her birth certificate says she's an old lady and she's short, I can't fix that guy. So I
discriminate against her because of her height. It's a beautiful woman too.
Dennis, like, that's racism.
All right,
what? Racism, that's discrimination.
It's discrimination. You know what?
Tallism.
So tallism. No, all right, guys. So we got
tallest.
Height bias.
We got to the part of the bias and discrimination. I want to go to Cornerstone Becky or Bodega Becky, whatever one they want. Bodega,
that one.
Yeah, our Cornerstone Caroline, Bodega Caroline.
From New York. York?
She's from she was from New York. Up there. Yeah, but actually she was shopping in Bodega. That's the funny part about it.
It was actually in Brooklyn too.
Yeah, Brooklyn Bodega.
Like what happened?
So basically, gentrification. So basically, I'm gonna sum it up in the best way that I can. Basically, she was in the store. The little boy mom was leaving the store, and he was trying to get by, so he's running. And I'm not sure. I can say this in Jamaica, most of us kids didn't have lockers, so our book bags are probably pretty big. So I can understand his situation. He ran past her, and his book bag grazed against her rear end or her bottom. I want to make sure I'm guiding that line. Yeah. So she decided that she wanted to hold on to the child because he sexually assaulted her. He was 9 years old, to be exact. So she wanted to hold on to the child. She ended up
And she grabbed him?
Yeah, she grabbed him.
She caught a quick fade. I'm sorry.
No, because she called the police. Because she said the little boy sexually assaulted her, and the little boy's mom was basically there. So
let me cut in real quick. Mind you, this lady looks like Bruce Jenner.
Yes.
Like she is not like come on.
Even as a little kid, I had
there was nothing to grab. First of all, she was looking mad ugly, mad ugly, son. Very manly.
This man went straight.
I also want to put that out there.
Oh man.
Guys, I needed fluid after that.
Woman of the year.
Woman of the year.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole nother conversation.
I mean, okay, so she obviously never heard of Emmett Till.
No, she didn't. There's a lot of people she didn't hear from. So, Trev.
Yeah.
Now, the funny, and I'm gonna get to the funny part of the story. So, and there's a couple things that happened in this. For one, she was impersonating an officer.
Oh.
Because, and I'm gonna say why. When she got into the argument with a lady. Yeah. She started with the little boy's mom. She proceeded to tell the little boy's mom that she's a police officer,
so she wouldn't get faded.
So I guess so she wouldn't get faded, and so she can run her situation the way she did. So after the police, that's a charge.
Yeah.
So after the police came, and it took the police to come for clarification to happen. So the police came, and they're trying to analyze the situation, and she's basically telling that the little boy assaulted her. He grabbed her, and the little boy is saying no, and. She's telling that the mom was being irate, and the mom looked over the police officer and was like, well, she's telling me she was a police officer. She was like, no, I didn't. She's lying. So based on this, because she wanted them to press charges on the little boy and the family, based on how she felt she was being treated when the police officer showed up, the police decided that they need to have footage or a recollection of what happened.
Thank God there was footage.
Thank God there was footage. So footage basically showed when the mom basically walked by her and the little boy ran and his book bag touched her bottom. His book bag, not him. Wow. So if it was not for camera, they would have been...
Probably called a charge at 9 years old.
Probably would have called a charge.
Is she cashing a charge for impersonating police officer?
Well, that's a whole other thing. So she basically said she never, I'm going to use the word never, said that she was a police officer, right? Someone who was there was recording. Also has voice recording.
Good.
Digital age.
Yes, digital age. And I want to say this. This is America. Your cell phone is a tool. All right? If you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gambino. You're going to have to use it. Now,
that's a celly. That's a tool.
Yeah, it's a celly. That's a tool. So basically, if those recordings never happened before and after, it would have been a whole nother conversation. But it's becoming too much of a stereotypical. Yeah. And I'm gonna say this as a parent: if Shim, because I can't tell if it's a him or her from based on what I looked at. But if you're in that person's situation and you realize it's a young child, I'm gonna say this: if you're a human being or another parent, right? Call the young man's mom over, explain to her what happened, and move forward from there. You feel what I'm saying? And get into a full argument, and then let the parent decide to discipline your child. It's just like if you're at school and your child is at school and an altercation happened between your child and another child, try to take some proper steps first.
Man, the first question that before anything would have started is why you grabbed my child in the first place. Quick fade, son. Easy.
No, I mean,
easy.
And Dennis, I agree with you with the fade, but I want to change the narrative because we don't have to always get violent. You feel what I'm saying?
If you grab my kid and I don't know who you are,
you're
still holding my child,
and you gotta think too.
I'm putting hands on you.
I think a mother's reaction is going to be violent. I don't know if a mother that is her child's in danger. She just doesn't lose it.
Yeah, look at it.
I've seen my dad multiple times chill. anytime my mother sees me in any type of potential danger, it's like a new person comes out. And I've seen the same thing with my wife. It's just a reaction.
Yeah, my mom is the same way.
Yeah.
Because I can't even go back because my mom is highly spiritual. And I'm not gonna say she backslidden in this moment, but I remember my brother was playing football before he passed away. Shout out to my brother Bugs. And another guy was, if you guys play football or soccer, Jamaica we call it salad. In American term, it's called basically making sure the ball go in between the other person's legs and catching it back. So my brother kind of did that move on somebody, and the guy didn't like it because everybody was laughing. And he took a stone and hit him in his head and bust the side of his head bleeding. So my mom wasn't having that. At that moment, her flesh took over and she grabbed her knife and she walked over there. And when she walked over there, the guy basically took the stone and threw it at her. I remember him throwing it at her. Yeah, he threw it at her because he saw her come with a knife. And I had this big, I don't know if you guys know what an almond tree is. I wish I could show you guys an almond tree, but in Jamaica, they're very popular, right? There's an almond tree, a limb of it broke down. And I remember when he took the stone and threw it at my mom, like I grabbed the stick and I swung it. And all I remember is that it swung and hit him. And I just remember my mom, she didn't stab him, but she went over there and she just started giving it to him. And the area Don, it was so bad that the area Don, the Don of the whole area, came out with rifles and had to look at my mom, was like, and I'm not going to call her name still, but he was like, because they knew my mom, you feel me?
Yeah.
Knew my mom, and he was like, Mommy, chill. We take care of him. You feel me? And I don't want to continue what happened with the rest of the story because the guy threw the stone at my mom. A couple weeks later, after my mom left and we left the situation alone, he just disappeared out of our area. But that's just it took my mom being a mother for that to happen, because not saying my mom was trying to do anything, but for the fact that he did that and they threatened my brother's life. And the reason why this is so touching to me because my brother died a year later after this.
Yeah.
Like a car hit him off his motorcycle and he passed away. So the situation was just kind of like, my mom feels like Satan was just trying to take her son,
right.
But that's a whole other conversation. So I've seen my mom who's extremely spiritual, get very passionate in her moment. And normally she'd have been the calmest person who tried to be like, oh guys, come on, let's chill. Let's not make anybody get in trouble. At that moment, she was like, I didn't care, yo. Like
you touched my child.
Yeah, Trevor, when he came home, like I remember because we were out there making kites because I love making kites, and he was walking home and he had his shirt on the top inside of his head, and you just saw the blood just dripping off him.
My God!
So you imagine as a parent seeing your son coming home like that, put a nice mark in his head,
ready for war.
Yeah, ready for war.
I know with my experience, like when I was in elementary school, because I was like mad short, like people like to test me, so I was always fighting. So
yeah.
I got to the point where my mom got tired of me getting in trouble, so she told me, she was like, yo, like they said they're gonna expel you from school, like if you don't stop. So she's like, on top of that, she's like, I can't even ground you any more than you already grounded. I can promise you I can find something worse. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah. So I just got to the point where I just turned into a pacifist, at least for the rest of that school year. Yeah. So like people started coming at me, and I couldn't do anything because I didn't want to get expelled.
Yeah.
And pretty much I knew like I didn't want to have to deal with her again. So you had, one of the school bullies or whatever. He sat there, he kept testing me and I couldn't do anything about it. So like I remember one day, I don't know what it was, because I was always coming home upset and I would never talk to her about it. So she popped up at the school to pick me up from school one day, and I rode a bike, so it was surprising me anyway. Yeah. So she just pulled up, and then she seen what was going on and stuff like that, and they were coming at me as usual, and I was just walking away from it. And then she just walks up, and I'm sitting here looking like what's going on? He's like, oh, what's going on here? He's like, oh, I'm trying to fight your son, and your son don't want to fight. He's like, yeah, he's not gonna fight because he doesn't want to. He's not supposed to fight. I told him not to, so what's the issue? Why are you trying to fight him for? He's like, oh, I just want to fight him and blah. And she's like, all right, if you want somebody to fight me.
Oh.
And then dude was like, he's like, oh, no, I'll beat you up too. Blah. He started talking reckless to my mom, and then he had his little squad behind him.
Yeah. So I got a story about that. You talk about that.
My mom was like, oh, that's the case? She was like, all right. So my mom picked up my bike chain Like I'm talking about, she like did one quick wrap, just like
a belt,
her wrist.
Oh dang!
Just like she slashed across the ground like a whip. Just bam, like slapped her real.
Oh my god!
Time, finished rolling it around her fist, and she was like, "Let's go." And then the other kids backed up, and the kids
like, "Yo, your mom's crazy.
She real out here."
He's like, "Oh, that's how I want to be." She's like, "Yeah, you want to fight? Go ahead, come on, let's go. Go ahead and take the first swing, and I'll take the second one, and I guarantee you're gonna wake up after that." And I was like, I was sitting here looking like,
oh damn, it's about to go down.
Yo, this is crazy. I'm like, this is crazy right now. He's like, "Man, it's not even worth it." And she's like, "Yeah, that's what I thought too." Exactly. Like, go ahead and take your ass home.
They talk about a situation, and that's gonna lead to my next question, my next thing.
Let me jump in about the whole thing with
hold on. Like after that, like that's pretty much what I told. I'm like, this is what I deal with. This is why I fight the way that I do.
Yeah, you gotta be ready
because of that. So like, you gotta kind of give me a break. And she wasn't trying to hear that, but but she understood more of why I constantly got into these altercations.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, man. So back to the kid, man. And the thing that kind of saddened me about the situation is that the kid, like, guess the lady gave some, halfway apology, and the kid and the mom accepted it. Like, yo, like you don't let that slide, man. It's like I'm tired of these people, quote unquote, apologizing after the fact. After it's like she basically emotionally damaged that child. Like that kid was on TV crying.
Yeah,
like he's damaged right now.
That's probably why the mom went and took it, because she didn't want to just deal with
keep him in
crazy, man. Because it's not like he was some kind of quote unquote thug.
No,
he was just a regular normal kid, man.
If somebody would told me there was a cop that they had their hands on my child, I'd be like, let me see that badge.
For real.
Because even if you're off duty, you have your badge on you. Like,
that's wild.
That badge. Oh, I left it at home.
Yeah.
You being a cop right now, dog.
Mom had all right to be upset. All right, man. You don't grab my child. You crazy?
Yo, for real, dog.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this. It was definitely wrong. If I was the parent in that matter, I would have probably aimed at a lawsuit.
Oh, for sure.
Especially since there's evidence of you
falsely claiming
against my child.
Yeah.
Making a false impression.
My child's gonna have to go to counseling sessions.
Therapy.
Yeah, therapy.
There was a lot that would have went from this.
Prices to these things.
And I'm gonna say this, based on my situation, people wages can get garnished. So
she need to lose her job. Whatever job she got, she need to lose it.
You know how you said something funny, Donville? Because we're talking about these situations being the same. The same guy who the lady basically locked him out of his spot. Because I want to say I didn't get too deep into that story, but from what I understand, I guess he was coming home and she was standing at the door. He was trying to pass.
That's wild. So they're in like this is a black gentleman. I saw his pictures on Facebook. He's very well kept.
Yeah.
Obviously looks very successful black man, right? He's walking into it's like a luxury apartment in Texas, right? And of course this is like downtown area, like very ritzy type spot. He's walking in and they have, of course, again, those areas you have to have some kind of key fob, whatever, to get in. He didn't have the key fob, but he had the key fob, but someone's walking in front of you. They have the door. You walk behind them like you're walking into your apartment, right? So then she stops like, oh, wait, why didn't you scan it? Why are you walking behind me? Do you live here? And he's like, yes, I live here. It's my apartment. He shows her the key fob like, yeah, I live here. She's like, wait, you live here? And she goes back and forth. He's like, ma'am, why are you blocking my entrance? I'm trying to get to my apartment. You need to let me go and stop questioning me. So she keeps asking him, who do you know that lives here? He's like, I live here. So then after that whole conversation, he begins to go to the elevator. He gets in the elevator with her. And she's like, I'm going to see who you're visiting because I need to know who you know here. And he's like, I live here, ma'am. Leave me alone. You're harassing me. He goes to his floor. She follows him out the elevator. He's like, man, why are you following me? I need to know where you live. She's like, I'm trying to be a friendly neighbor.
Yeah,
I need to know where you live.
She walked him to his spot too.
Walks all the way to his home, and he's recording this whole thing. He's like, "Ma'am, you look crazy right now. Like he's just like, something's seriously wrong with you right now. It's like you're following me to our apartment. I don't feel safe." He gets in his apartment, closes the door. Somehow, the police end up coming to his apartment like he did something wrong.
Yeah.
So I asked him questions. He's like, no, she was harassing me. She was following me to my apartment. You need to go talk to her. So long story short, homegirl, she works at some kind of apartment place. She loses her job. And, you know, it's I'm just tired of seeing these things happen over and over and over again. And it kind of
every single one of them that did it got punished.
That's true.
Why
That's
would
true.
You do something that reckless.
See, I will play a little devil's advocate on this too. On the beginning, before he pulled out the key fob, I would have been on her side.
Yeah,
because you say you following behind. Even in our workplaces, we use key fobs.
Yes, we do.
We can't allow someone else in if they
on our key fob
with our key fob. So can you imagine in a nice neighborhood that they're walking in, you don't know that person, and they just follow in behind you? I would be a little bit sus too, because I remember I did that like when I went to school. The school uses key fobs.
Yeah.
And there was a guy who was saying, "Oh yeah, just let me in." I was like, "Where's your key fob? It's literally supposed to be on your neck to enter this building."
Yeah.
He said, "No, don't worry. I left it at home." I'm like, yeah, I didn't let him in because I'm like, yo, I don't know who you from.
Yeah. And Trev, I'm gonna say this, and you're right, because I was on her side in the beginning.
Yeah.
But
when the proof is there,
and there's a couple of questions she could have asked. She'd have been like, "Well, sir, I'm not. If you want, you can go to the main office, or you can show me some ID."
Yeah.
You know, and that's not to be racial. That's to be politically correct. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, and I can use state law. State law said if you're living in the state within 2 months, or if you're moving to a new resident, right, you have 2 months to gain a new ID stating that you live here.
Yeah.
That's a state law.
Yeah.
Right, that's part of our government. So those are things that she could have asked for. But like, can I see your ID? And if he asks, why do you need to see my ID? Just to make sure that it says that you live in here.
But you don't need to show anyone. You don't even have to show the police your ID.
No,
like, you don't need to show anyone your ID.
Well, and Donville, if she felt so strongly about it, she could have just locked the gate and walk herself back to her apartment and keep it pushing.
That's the thing. As soon as she even asked anything, he's like, "Oh yeah, here's my key fob, right?"
See, that's the thing.
So it wasn't like he was like combative against her. He was like, "Yeah, it's my key fob."
Isn't it?
And you feel like still like, "Oh,
and then she should have basically said, "Oh,
here?
I'm sorry. Listen,
Exactly.
Yes.
we want to make sure this neighborhood stays safe."
You got to watch things, because the thing I don't like about the video is the fact that she touched him.
Yes, she did.
Oh yeah, really?
A couple times.
And I've been seeing this happen over and over again, where these Beckys are putting their hands on black men. It's like, if I were to do that to you, it would be assault. But why are you touching me?
Emmett Tillman? Mm-hmm. Emmett Tillman, or whatever he wants to call him.
Yeah, it's like, why are you touching me? You got to watch things like that. It's interesting to see the body language that they use sometimes.
Yeah.
Or the narrative that they push.
Yeah.
Because her narrative was like she's actually technically married to another, or going through a situation with someone.
Husband.
I wouldn't even.
But that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
I
mean, as I said,
right now I'm going through a divorce. I don't care.
But I'm gonna say this,
legal right to put your hands on me.
Exactly.
for the fact that she put her hands on him, right, and she walked him to his apartment, saw his ID.
She didn't walk him, she followed
him to his apartment.
She followed him.
She watched him open his door and go in. At that point, she could have left the man alone.
Yeah, he even showed on the video. He's like, "My key is in my door.
Like, leave the man alone.
Please leave."
Like, leave me alone."
And should say, you know what?
Like
Sorry.
that happened with the same situation I had told you about with the dude that used to work for Obama that moved into that apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing to him. They called the cops.
It's crazy.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then the one chick that was studying in the lobby of what was it? Was it Harvard? She was sitting there studying, and then the lady came downstairs and called the cops on her and said that, "Oh yeah, she's just bumming out in our over here. She doesn't even go to the school."
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes, I do. She's like, "You don't go to this school." It's like, why else would I have my textbooks and everything if I don't go to this school?
Wow,
then
that's
the police
crazy.
came, followed her to her apartment and everything, and she's like, "Yeah, I got the police here, following me to my apartment. They want to verify where I live." So then she goes up to the floor of her apartment, sees, putting the key in the door, turning the knob. Oh, look at that, the door unlocked.
The slammed her right in her face. Boom.
It's like, yep, this is my apartment, where I live, that I have the key to. So what more do we have to discuss? It's like, oh yeah, we just wanted to verify the story. It's like, no, because she was clearly harassing me, and this is what you got. This is what you wanted. So,
see, man, and that's the thing. Like with things like that, there needs to be some kind of law where the person that's harassing and making these calls gets some type of consequence.
Yeah.
You know, like
no, because
it's crazy.
No, it's defamation of character. They should be getting arrested. They should be getting detained. It's a defamation of character, and then it's a lawsuit.
That's a lawsuit
because now it's pain and suffering, and now I'm gonna have to go to therapy because I can't function based on the situation that you put me inside. You put me into. So there's a lot that should be happening.
And then the fact that you live in the same apartment I do, I have to see your face
every
like,
day.
Come on, get out of here.
That's a lot. Like I mean, personally, I just couldn't do it.
Right. So sorry, but to act in the mood, Dennis, you turning 30. Yeah,
like 3-0.
Because that's from racist stuff.
Yes, it's about 2 weeks and you get there, bro.
Like, yeah, man.
So what we gonna do?
She trying to do.
I honestly don't even know. Like, this is the thing. Like, I'll think about stuff throughout all the year that I want to do and everything like that. I want to get and everything. And then when it comes to the time to actually do it, I draw a blank.
So, are you been thinking about your ancestral roots?
Oh, God.
Ancestral roots?
Yeah. Oh, you missed that.
Yeah, you got the 33andMe DNA test or something?
No. We're trying to
23andMe? What is it called?
I would so do that.
We're trying to put him on the boat so he can get in touch with his ancestral roots, dog.
Are you trying to ship me back?
No, not back.
Real talk, I wouldn't even trust that because I don't know how legal you are right now.
We trying to go on cruise. Oh, dang. On the podcast?
Got my papers, bro. Thank you very much.
Oh, my gosh. On the podcast, Trey?
I'm just saying.
I'm
not trying to lose my friend here.
For anybody else that's listening, I got all my verified documents.
Sir,
Trevor.
Thank you very much.
He is employed by reputable companies.
Oh, yeah, true.
No, but Dennis, I mean, the little
I'm sure they're verified.
Yeah.
The little casino boat idea should be.
Oh, a casino boat.
You're the one that we did.
You weren't there. We do have to do it because I still have credits for my winnings.
Is that in Cape Canaveral?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the one they were talking about.
Yeah, you just go out there for a couple hours.
Just make sure you got lots of coffee ahead of time and plenty of sleep because you will be tired.
Like, I just want to sit there
and find a chair.
Do some stuff.
And don't go on soca.
And you have never done any.
There's another soca night though.
It was too much, man.
Yeah. On the 10th, there's another soca night.
I've been on a soca detox since then.
Really?
I cannot listen to soca anymore. I'm good.
I was like, I'm trying to get that out of my system
For
a little
real.
bit.
It was too much soca for me.
But Dennis, you haven't.
man.
All right, look, you haven't been on the big boat.
You're around experience, man.
Yeah.
You get some grown men stuff. 30 plus.
I mean, Dennis, I think you should do it. It's. I would say this based on the time frame that we're working on, it's more convenient than all the other things that we have in mind.
To gather everybody together and
to do, and we go right out there. Everything that we technically would want is there. I mean, it's free beverages.
Yeah.
Unlimitedly, if you go to the right place.
About to say, like, I don't think everywhere.
Sure, I don't know. If I sit in front of that machine, bro, it's unlimited. So,
so you know the ways. He knows the ways.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's why I'm just throwing it out there. Hey, I ain't finessing. I paid my price, bro. It ain't my fault.
That sounds like an idea. Because usually what I always end up doing for like my birthday or something, I'll go out. I'll take myself up to dinner. I'll buy
yourself.
Like a new bottle. Yeah, like on the actual day, usually I have like you guys are all like working and stuff.
And we just pregame it, so we just get like
I'll
a
always,
bottle.
Like, take the day off, and then I'll take myself out to lunch and dinner, buy myself like a bottle of cologne or something, and something that I wanted throughout the year.
Yeah,
and I'm just cool with that. And then eventually, like you guys pop in throughout the weekends and stuff like that. Sometimes at my job, because I got to the point where I was like, I don't even care no more. Like, and I just started working, and then I remember when I was working at Zoomies, y'all brought me that cake and stuff.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But this is 30, so
it's dirty.
It's big, man.
You have 31, 32. I forgot your age.
30.
See, 33, 34?
Yeah,
34. All right,
32.
So, 30-year-old people, what advice do you need?
Yeah.
I mean, what advice can you guys give is more the question.
Don't go to the doctor because the doctor will make you feel like you're about to die.
Yes, that's fact.
Hold on, how far am I?
I think it was 30 when I was like, man, I really need to go to the doctor routinely. And I went to the doctor. I was like, yo,
I should have never came
what's
here.
wrong with me?
Yo, for real. Like, I left the doctor.
I need to start eating right. I need to start living right. Oh my gosh.
Like, I've been doing everything wrong the whole time.
The doctor will make you feel like you a cancer patient about to die. With your last leg.
So I think for me in my 30s, you realize that you don't really need to be living for everybody else. You kind of, I think, not saying that's a childish thought. I think that's a growing thought that you would like to please everybody, but you get to your 30s, you're going to realize like, yo, you don't have forever anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you got to you start making yourself happy. I've figured it out in my 30s because my whole 20s I dedicated to making everybody else's happy. And it's coming to my 34 when I'm like, yeah, I've been trying to make everybody else happy until then, but I am so unhappy. Let me just try to work on my happiness a little bit.
Yeah.
So I can say that's one advice I found out. I wish I would have gained. I mean, I heard this advice before. I just wish I would have took it more seriously when I was younger, because I probably would have a better thought to my future at this point.
I mean, when it comes to that, we're all virtually the same when it comes to that type of element. Like, we like helping people.
Yes.
So,
but now it's you, and my only advice is really, well, two things is understand that 30 is now the real adulthood.
Yes.
No one can call you no young adult. No, you're an adult.
Yeah, you ain't a young man.
And you're going to feel the difference.
You can't talk to me the way you want to talk to me.
Oh, yeah.
Already hurt.
You better get to exercising now.
Yes.
Right?
And I've started running every day.
I'm going to tell you.
Do it now.
So I like to dance, right? You know, so my son likes to dance, and he's actually pretty good. You know, I try to keep up with him. So, you know, the shoot and the couple dances that they have. Sat there and I told myself I was going to learn how to do the shoot. Boy, I did like 5 shoots, dog, on the 6th.
Oh, that black boy JB.
Yeah, on the 6th shot. Yo, my leg and my arm started hurting me. I shot myself into the chair, dog. I was like, no. Yo, I want to say I was in so much pain. I felt like I was dying. I was like, babe, I can't move. So she sat there and she rubbed the muscles and stuff like that. And I got up. I was like, dog, this ain't cracked up for what it's supposed to be, yo. Like, my body can't. You know, I can't shoot. Like, my son is looking at me laughing, like, just doing it. Yeah, like, Daddy, come on. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I put my shooter in the holster.
What I do with my kids, I just embrace it, the goofiness that I cannot keep up with these dances. I'm just like, I embrace it. I'm doing the kiki. I'm being goofy. I'm being a dad with it. Like, I ain't trying to look cool no more. That's another thing about 30s. You stop trying to look cool. Like,
you are it.
Bro, I stay in my comfortable t-shirt, my comfortable dad shoes.
Yep.
And I'm chilling.
I know exactly how you feel, because I remember there was a point in time where even to go to Walmart, I had to make sure I had my cologne on.
Yeah,
like a nice little, not like over the top, but dress nice, stuff like that. Now I'll pull up to that spot in my pajama shorts.
Yo, I still pull up in my pajama shorts.
Don't do that in your 30s.
I don't even care.
I don't care. I pull up in my PJs.
Well, are they the plaid pajamas or are they just like the plain ones?
No, I got the plaid ones.
Don't do that, CN.
I got the plaid ones. I got the plaid bottoms.
Oh my gosh.
My Marvel or my Star Wars pajamas.
I'm going to tell you right now, don't do that in your 30s.
Still matching.
You have days to do that. Yeah. You got to get them up.
You wear pajamas no more?
No, not with Marvel on it.
Yeah, not full pajamas.
What am I supposed to wear?
Just regular plain
pants.
ones.
Yeah, plain.
Dennis, I'm fighting for the Marvel too. I'm fighting for the Marvel.
Yeah, you can have fun.
I'm fighting for the Marvel too. Don't worry, dog. You're not alone in that battle.
For real, like,
plain colors.
What's wrong with my Marvel pajamas?
All right, look, you see guys saying that?
Why I gotta go from fluorescent colors to off-white?
Yo, look, I just bought a father-son PJs, dog. He got the young Spider-Man, I got the grown version.
But you see, you have a kid. He don't
Only
have one.
on Christmas am I allowed to match PJs with the family.
See?
That's my request to my family.
That's Donville has
Only
request.
on Christmas will I match the PJs to the family. Any other days, Dad's wearing some sweatpants or sweatshorts that are plain and a t-shirt.
I mean, there's different designs too, but having Captain America on your ass cheek, like, no. I'm just saying, no.
It's not a good look. No. Especially with his eyes winking at you.
Yeah, I mean, so.
Oh man.
And that's gonna bring us to the topic. I'm happy that you guys have this 30s conversation because based on the next thing that I wanna go over before we get to that point of no return is some hot buttons. You know, and the reason why I'm bringing up the hot buttons because we have hot buttons for different things.
Yeah,
we have hot buttons that we will hear that will make us smile. And there's going to be some that's going to make us excited and what's that's going to make us mad. Now, I'll start off first, you know, with my good one.
Yeah.
Like, my wife telling me I'm about to get some. That's a hot button for me. That makes me happy. You feel what I'm saying? You know, if I didn't take a shower, the extra shower I'm about to go take, I may do a little extra more cleaning than necessary. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna start off with a hot button right there. And I want to go around this, and I'll go with another negative one. Just don't tell me you're gonna hurt my family. It triggers something in me that I can't help. Yeah. So those are my hot buttons.
It's hard to give a negative hot button because I kind of stay cool and calm. But I would say, it has to do with the family. If you're telling me like, I don't anything bad about my family, you know what I'm saying? It's not. I wouldn't say trigger me to anger, but it makes me worry.
Or give you some emotions that you did not want.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think as men, when you get older, you don't really give out that emotion, but you internalize a lot more. You're thinking a lot more. It's on your mind, and it makes you worry about things, and that's very negative too. You got to watch that. But as far as the positive, man, I mean, definitely getting something.
Yes.
Isn't it when
we may need another positive emotion, guy.
When wifey looks at me, I'm in the bed. She's like, "Aren't you gonna take a shower?" I'm like,
Let's
"For
go.
what? I'm tired. Take a shower." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Say no more.
I'm putting that Maxwell on, putting the LMA. Oh, let's get it.
Let's get it. I'm ready for the shower.
Let's get it.
Dennis, Iguana?
I mean, as far as what?
Positive or negative emotion? Hot buttons.
Hot buttons.
Hot triggers.
Hot triggers.
See, I'd say, well, what kind of positive trigger though?
We just had examples.
Let me reiterate my example.
All right. So positive trigger, I'd say just compliments. Stuff like that. Because like, you're sitting there going about your normal day, nothing good, nothing bad, just normal. And then somebody just gives you a compliment. Like, puts you in an elevated mood for the rest of the day.
All right.
Endorphins hit.
Endorphins. Let me get a negative one.
That's nice. And then as far as negative ones,
Dun.
Box. So like, it's
You can't even hear my head nodding.
Trevor's like sitting there.
I was so scared to dance right across the
middle. We waiting for this one.
For me, it's different because I'm fairly argumentative, and when it comes to that, if somebody,
sorry, I'll be quiet.
I got the perfect example. Like, especially like. It's different because, like, I know, like, all of y'all, like, different, like, people in my inner circle, it's fine. But if you don't know me, don't try me. Like, no jokes that you think is funny or anything like that, because...
No inside jokes.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that switch, and I'm coming full force, dog. Like, I don't have any remorse when it comes to
all right, so I'm going to tell you, from what I just learned from Dennis, for his hot buttons, if you don't know him, don't crack no jokes.
Yeah,
he don't know you,
bro. Get on the jokey jokes.
Don't get on the jokey jokes.
Don't get funny.
Dennis, because look, for me, I'm
ruthless, dog. Like,
so Trevor, let me.
Oh, I mean, okay, negative ones. I definitely with me. Actually, before I say mine, I know one of my homeboys. Shout out to Gerard. His hot button is lying. Mm-hmm. If you lie to him, like he don't tolerate no type of lying straight to him.
Yeah,
like,
see,
and I respect that so much. But like mine is any form of disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you disrespect me, even though you're trying to joke around, but there's when you try to throw jabs.
Yeah.
And me and you ain't one. Like we ain't day one. Like some other people could say, you could crack on me for the whole.
Since when?
Yeah. Nah, and I have a short fuse, even though no people see it. I want to go off.
You honestly don't give off the vibe.
Yeah, because I let y'all.
He's so nice and
because y'all never cross that line. Yeah, and when I go off,
like that's
I black out. So I don't like going there.
You see, and Trev, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I wanted to bring this topic up for the hot buttons, because I think that it's very important as individuals. We need to learn our own hot buttons, right? And for people that we have in our life that we care about, your kids is hot buttons. Your girl, your wife, your mom, your dad, your auntie, your uncle. Learn some of these hot buttons and know not to press it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like fire. It's like, don't touch the fire if it's hot.
Right.
I mean, fire is always hot, so just don't touch it, period. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know not to cross those lines. And I see these lines are being crossed, and it's crossed a lot. And it's the crazy thing is the people who cross these lines more than anything else, I see it in relationships and couple. You know, you will realize that a couple they'll be fine, but when they get into arguments, they go for the things or the juggler things that they know is gonna hurt each each other. You feel what I'm saying? But and I know you say blacking out, but if you learn somebody's hot buttons, right? Please don't push them. Right? Yeah. Because just as much as you don't want your buttons being pushed, don't push somebody else's. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're sensitive to something, try to make sure if you're sensitive to a topic, don't bring it around somebody else. And if you know a topic is sensitive, try to ask somebody if it's okay to talk about these things before you start talking about it. And I can say in many different ways. You feel what I'm saying? For example, you guys know right now, I mean, you guys have been listening to us for 20 some episodes, right? Yeah. As you can tell, I'm a very sexual person. You feel what I'm saying? If I come around you and you feel uncomfortable me having a sexual conversation with you, I just won't have it because I realize that that's a hot button that you don't like. And I want to know your positive hot buttons. I want to know for all of us, for anybody we around, trying to find out what makes somebody happy. Because at one point, that person is going to find themselves in a position or a place where they're unhappy. And you may be that spark in their life that can bring them back into a place that they need to be. You feel what I'm saying? So that's one thing I want to challenge our listeners to go out and do. Know your hot button. You feel what I'm saying? And learn how to overcome your own hot button. Knowing that, this is going to trigger me to do some foolishness or something crazy, and know it and own it. So you know how to save yourself from it.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one that has to say, all right, no matter what, I got to pump the brakes. I can't let that force that reaction within myself. I mean, and self-control is important.
And it's self-control. Right. And I want to say this, guys. As a parent, I find myself doing it a lot. And I'm going to give you guys a little experience from it. I'm going to use today's experience. My wife is a very spiritual person. I want to make sure I get it out there. So she's preaching today. So I had to get my kids ready for church. So I'm getting them ready for church, and I'm telling my daughter, she's like, go make, get you and your brother and sister some cereal. She made them cereal, and she made herself soup. So she's made herself soup, and everybody's eating downstairs, and I'm like, okay, everybody's good. I come down about an hour after they're downstairs, and the stove is still on. So, and she's sitting there eating, playing on her phone. And so I look at her and I'm like, baby, you're in trouble. You left the stove on. She's going to look at me and tell me, which is my oldest, she'll look at me and be like, Daddy, I was cleaning up.
Oh, as if I didn't see you on your phone.
Like I did not see you sitting, eating, playing on your phone. No, Daddy, I was cleaning up. And I'm looking at her like, bro, we just had a conversation about you leaving the stove on when I came down here and caught you sitting and eating where the stove is on. But my whole thing is that, you could have burned the whole house down. Yeah. But other than from burning the house down, now you're lying to me. And you're trying to defend the lie. You feel what I'm saying? So in my mind, it's like, I just want to grab my belt and just put on a small spanking. Now, me knowing that line, as he said, triggered him, because that's a hot button for me too. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't want my child to lie. I had to calm myself down. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to bust yet the way I would like to. You feel what I'm saying? So I just went and took her cell phone and her other stuff away so she wouldn't be able to have it after church, because my wife likes to talk. So she's gonna be sitting there miserable for a little bit, just a small punishment. But I wanna challenge every one of us to find some of our hot buttons in our people. And I'm not gonna say you're gonna know all of them, because as human beings, we're constantly evolving. Matter of fact, people changing the way they look nowadays and the color of their hair in so many different colors like the rainbow.
Oh yeah.
But know your individual, know yourself. And let me internalize first. Before you try to know somebody else's hot button, when you go to that mirror, come on, just take a look. Look at what you want for yourself and try to apply it to someone. Like, you don't want, for example, if you don't like being shouted at, don't shout at people. Yeah. You feel me? Like me personally, I like when my company put respect on my check. So let's make sure you put some respect on my check, so I don't have to go to HR and be disrespectful to somebody. You feel what I'm saying?
$2
short. You feel me? So I want to make sure I put that out there. And one of the reasons why I'm bringing this up Other one from my own experiences, I'm tying this back to the Pusha T and the Drake thing. You know, Drake thought it was okay to diss the man baby mama or his girlfriend, whatever fiance category she falls into.
Or now wife.
Wife, you know, because he got married and he dissed Drake's best friend in a way he didn't want to get dissed.
That's trigger.
Yeah, and those are emotional signs. So I'm going to say this, and this is for Drake and for any other rapper out there too. If you don't want anybody to disrespect you in a way that you feel like you can't be responsive, don't diss them to a way that you think they're going to be responsive to. And to elaborate on that more, not because you bring a knife to a fight is going to stop the other person from bringing a more dangerous weapon. So you feel what I'm saying?
You should expect something more dangerous.
You should expect something more different. So for future reference, to anybody out there who feels like, yo, I'm going to be a shady person, I'm going to do this to you, and I'm going to say this about you, karma is funny. You know what I mean? And it comes back around. So I want you guys to make just to state that in some self-reflection. And that's something that I've been trying my best this week to work on. That's why I thought it was a good topic, because it came across me. This came across to me after the interview, after both interviews, but this is after me dealing with people, family, and coworker. You know, and I thought that I realized that this is a strong thing. This is real. I mean, mental awareness is real.
Yeah.
And I do think this is a part of mental awareness, and I want to make sure I share that. You feel what I'm saying? For anybody out there who feels lost or confused, like, yo, do some self-reflection. Michael Jackson say, I'm gonna start with a man in the mirror. You feel what I'm saying? And I want you, everybody out there, to do that. Be the man in the mirror. Look at yourself, and before you decide you can make this world a better place, yo, just start with yourself and change.
Yeah,
that's real.
So before we close out, I need to tell y'all about the whole wedding I went to.
Oh, yes.
Last week.
Yeah, I saw some pictures.
Hey, so it was a zombie-inspired wedding. Yeah, we went there.
Wow.
Listen, first off, I got there late because, you know, I'm black. And
CP time.
I was in the back. And by the way, it was at the ranch where all those animals were, where we took the kids earlier this year.
Nice.
It was there. It was like they have a nice wedding area and cabins for the honeymoon or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So I got there. I was in the way back. I was like by the barn. I'm like, yo, all right.
Sure, I know you black, but you ain't got to be by the barn, dog.
It was like so messed up.
I could ride home, boy.
Right?
What's kind of messed up was all the people that were late were black.
Oh, damn.
Right? I was like, dang, we could have even changed this situation.
Coordinate this a little better.
Yeah. It sounds surprising, dog.
So after the whole wedding, it looked nice from the view I was at. They went inside the barn where all the tables and stuff was set. They had cut off fingers that says your table's number. So mine and my date's table number was by number 1. And someone else is over there. So I sat down. They were offering me beers. I'm like, all right, cool. Drinking that.
Drinky drink.
The main meal was tacos. Yeah. Okay. I was like, okay, this on real. I respect that they didn't go above and beyond and go broke just for a wedding. When it's actually, you should save money and use that money for your honeymoon or whatever.
Exactly.
They technically had a cabin available.
Oh, okay.
But one of the kids were sick, so they feel like, nah, we should go back home.
Okay.
There's this inside note. They were offering it to me if I wanted to use it. My head was like, oh, well, there's a free room. Why not? Then I just took the look outside. It is pitch black in the deep woods. And it's just a one little cabin. One little tiny cabin.
Trev.
My dude made that very comfortable.
Listen,
no one can hear the screams out there, bro.
Very comfortable.
My dude, I don't feel right because I will be screaming. Because what if something up a dumpy come
Because I didn't bring my survival package.
I saw nothing was coming.
All you hear is somebody trying to open the door, and you look out the window and see a Mike Myers. And
say room service.
It's part of the wedding, Trevor. Surprise!
I couldn't run fast enough to my car.
I'm just trying to keep the Halloween theme going. Why would you go ahead and open the door?
I'm a zombie.
Surprise!
I don't play that.
But no lie, like it was interesting.
Johnny.
Yes.
It was very interesting. I respect that couple for doing that kind of design. And this coming week, I'm about to head to Halloween Horror Nights
You going to Halloween Horror Nights?
Yeah, I forgot.
That's sure, that's fine.
Only when there was some good.
Yeah, yo, that was my whole good spill too. But you know,
I can't pay to be freaked out like that.
I don't know, Trevor. I'm gonna keep it real.
Paranoid, yo.
Yeah, they asked. I was talking to some people at work, and they're like, "Yo, you want to go?" And I was like, "Why am I gonna pay for somebody to give me anxiety?"
Exactly. Why?
Look, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, we're talking about hot buttons.
Yeah,
that's a hot button for me because you try to scare me and I hit you. Look, you touch my hot button, so I touch yours, and then that's just how that's gonna react.
But you know what? I might as well say it on the podcast. Don, you was with us the last time I went.
No, I didn't go with y'all.
Okay, so last time I went to Halloween Horror Nights was in 2006. And that's with shout out to Dry, shout out to Pope, shout out to all that whole group. Raquel,
our crew.
Yeah, that crew from those years. We went and I had two homegirls, one homegirl in front of me and another one behind me. This other one behind me, I just met her that day. Keep note on that one.
Yeah.
She was standing behind me. All three of us were scared because I'm like, yo, I didn't know how real this is gonna look. I thought it was just like, oh, a little plastic thing. Nah, this looked like I went into a dimension and
it's mad dark.
Nowhere to get out, right?
What?
Yo, it's some. You see people getting their head chopped off. You see blood gushing this way. I'm like, like, so someone come and scare me to the right. I scream, headbutt the homegirl in the front, and lead to the left. So it's in that motion. Just boom, boom, bam, right? And someone come from the opposite way.
Yeah.
Boom. All the way to the right, right? Kept on going. The girl in the front of me got a migraine later that night.
Hey,
shout out to Raquel. And
Raquel, shout out to your head, bro.
Yeah, bro. But one of the houses, the homegirl we doing the same order again.
Yeah.
There was at the end, the person had a chainsaw going off. Without the metal, of course, because you don't actually kill people. You start revving it. The girl behind me was quite bigger than me. Let's put that out there. Picked me up, used me as a shield, and ran towards the exit. So I'm like a 140, 150 weight. She said, you like 2 pounds right now. And I was like, like I was just seeing
off the ground.
I was just like, whoa, they picked me up now and they carried me straight towards that exit, towards the guy revving. So I'm screaming. I lost my voice that night. So I'm about to relive this again.
Oh man.
Why? You know why? That's not even.
She picked you up and used you as a shield. That's disrespectful.
I don't know, dog.
I haven't seen her since.
If you're scaring me to safety, that's one thing.
Nah, but you used me.
Then survival of the fittest, dog.
Yeah.
Then it's survival of the fittest, dog. I go, you got to go.
I was watching this video gameplay of whatchamacallit. One of my friends was playing Dead by Daylight, and they posted it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And he posted a comment on it that said, "I don't have to be faster than a guy that's trying to kill us. I just got to be faster than everybody else."
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the same logic from Shane in Walking Dead when he shot that black guy.
I'm sorry. For what?
Yeah, I felt bad for a moment. I was like, wow.
Yo, I couldn't
the things that we do.
Dog.
Yo, sink or swim, yo. And I mean, I think that will lead to the positive note of our week.
I gotta think of Ratchet in 5 seconds.
I got Ratchet in 5 seconds. I want to say this based on the opening, guys. In every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. You feel me? So whenever you feel like you're down, just don't give up. I would say press forward, push through. I mean, I can't tell you anybody how to do their fate, but I trust in the God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Trevor, give me that Ratchet thought for the week.
I might skim in through Instagram to see if there's anything Ratchet, but I don't follow that much Ratchet stuff.
I mean, I can go Ratchet, but I want to give you guys that one.
Let's keep it Ratchet.
Here's what I heard during this week, which, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Guys, buy hair ties and leave it in your cars.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
You changed my head.
Yes. One Pod Podcast.
It was good? It was good?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Well, shoot. I'll tell you, if you want girls, just make sure before your guy go down on you, you got lip gloss. One Pod Podcast. We out.
One pot.